Hello, this is Joyce at the Pilkington Homestead. I had made a southern fried cabbage with sausage earlier today and mentioned that John's wanting me to make him a bread. John likes to eat gluten-free, so it's more fun, sorry John, it's more fun to make real bread with flour. But he likes gluten-free, so that's what I'm going to do this afternoon just for him. Gluten-free bread. And I am going to start with 2½ cups of gluten-free bread. And try to get the kind with the Mexican gum stuff. I'm not really sure how you say that. My favorite flour is I get it from Walmart. It's Walmart's brand. And it has everything in it you need just to make your bread. So, and I like it. And I've tried a lot of flour, and it's my favorite. I have 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 tablespoon of yeast. And I am going to mix that around. This bowl may be too small. Sometimes I do that. I look at the ingredients and I think, oh, this bowl will fit. Then I start doing it and this bowl don't fit. Okay. I'm going to put in 1½ cups of warm water. 1 teaspoon of vinegar. And I use the organic apple cider vinegar, but you can use anything you'd like. Then I'm going to put in 1/4 cup of olive oil. And 1½ cup of honey. And I like to do the olive oil first because then when you put the honey in there, the oil makes the honey just slide out. And you get all of it. See how easy that pours? And look at see how it's just every bit of it comes right out. It's very handy. I do that when I'm using tablespoons, same thing. I'll either spray it with oil, or if I'm using oil, do that first, if it's the same amount, and then it comes off the spoon, measuring spoon, easy. Okay, so now I am going to mix this. Right now. Next, I'm going to put in 3 eggs. That was my oven. I've got my oven on 350. 3 egg whites and 1 teaspoon salt. And I saved my egg yolks. I've got them here, and I put a little hot water in it, or lukewarm water, and frothed it up, and I'm going to baste the bread before I bake it. And you can smell that yeast. It smells so good. Like cake. When you get it all mixed together, you're going to think, that's not bread, but it is. Whoops. Now I'm covered in it. Okay. See how it looks? It looks like bread. I mean, a cake batter or something like that instead of bread. Okay, now I'm going to use a small pan, because if you use a small pan when you make yeast spread and kind of crunch it together, it will go up instead of out. And if it goes up, because it doesn't have gluten in it, it doesn't have the strength or whatever it is gluten does. It stretches, it makes it more firm, and it helps it rise. But since we don't have that, if you'll use a smaller pan, it'll force it to go up instead of going out. And I'm going to spray the pan. And because you can't knead this because it doesn't have the gluten. So what you want to do is just, that's going to slide out of my hands because it's got so much. Let me get a place where I can grab hold. There. And so I just put it in here. And it will rise some because of the yeast that you put in there. Crud. But not like regular bread does. I missed and got some out. Okay, I'm going to smooth it out. And I'm going to get a paper towel and clean up where I made such a mess. I got it on the side of the pan. Okay. Now I'm going to take some shrink wrap and spray it so when it rises, if it rises enough to touch the plastic, then it won't stick. So here I've got it. Now I'm going to put it off to the side. I'm going to get a hand towel and put over it. Then I'm going to let it rise for 30 minutes. And after it's risen, I'll be back. Bye. I've got I just took off the saran wrap. And look how pretty it looks. See how when you use a small pan that it will make it rise? Or it looks more risen. Now I'm going to take and put an egg wash on it and do this real carefully because it's not as stable as regular bread. But this makes such a difference in how it looks when it comes out. These are I have my own eggs. My own chickens is what I really meant to say. And how I love those girls. I really do. And so my eggs always have such a dark yolks because they're free range. And I mean, that's the best thing in the world. Because they're out there getting the bugs and the grasshoppers before the bugs and the grasshoppers can get my plants. Okay, here it is, and I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 until I can kind of feel it and it bounces back. I'm going to start looking at 20 minutes. So I'll bring it out when it's done. Bye. I got the bread out of the oven and put it on the cooling rack. The last thing I'm going to do is just take butter and just put it all over the loaf of bread. And of course, this is not something you have to do. It's, up to you whether you want to do that or not. And I like to go around the sides And this will soak in, and it won't just be sitting there. It will soak in. But it's kind of messy when you do this. Okay, it kind of seals it. And it really does make it look nice. So when you do this, John likes to eat this toasted. So he'll just throw it in the toaster. And it's already got the butter on it because it kind of soaks down in there. And so he don't have to do anything but just toast it. So here it is, John's gluten bread. I hope you enjoyed it. I know not everybody likes gluten bread, but in case you do, this is it's really good. And I hope you'll like, and especially I hope you subscribe. Thank you. Bye.